Hey, Decide Destiny crew, Carl Spready's here. Thanks for joining me for another Decide Destiny daily dose. Decide to not be destructively deflective. You know, when you really know you should be doing something but you deflect it elsewhere, or you've got sort of aggression pent up because you haven't faced, a big monster in your life and you deflect it onto someone else. Decide to not be destructively deflective. So you can be destructively deflective in your personal life, you can be destructively deflective in your relationships with people, and you can be destructively deflective in your environment. So a couple of examples would be your personal life. So maybe, you aren't getting through the things you want to get through. And so what you start doing is you start multitasking, and you start thinking you're a multitasking wizard. And then someone says, oh, you can't multitask because of your sex or something, or they take a little dig at your ego. So then you get your ego all sized up, and then you go, okay, I'm going to prove it. I'm going to do 10 things at once. I'm going to do 20 things at once. But you're being destructive in your life, because if you really want to do that one thing, and there's a great book called That One Thing, and been given a read recently. If you really want to do something well, then you'll give it all your time. You'll give it your full consciousness. You'll give it your wholehearted attention and dedication to get that thing done. And Jim Rohn also has a great quote where he talks about, when you're at the beach, be at the beach. When you're at the office, be at the office. And he said, you can mess yourself up by being at the office thinking about the beach, and then when you're at the beach, you're thinking about the office. So trying to do everything and multitask can be a way of you deflecting that you actually need to spend some time to actually organise your week and organise times. Okay, this is when I'm going to go have personal time. This is when I'm going to go and work on relationships, and this is when I'm going to go and work, and I'm going to make sure I get up consistently at the same time every morning. And maybe multitasking is your way in your mind of convincing yourself, oh no, I can get it all done. The day's not lost, I can get it all done. I mean, you can only do work with this moment right now. So, don't be down on yourself. Just have a look at where you might be deflecting, reality in your personal life. And then in relationships, I heard a great quote, and this will sum up relationships where you can be deflective. It said, don't deflect your anger, or don't deflect your emotions, feelings on someone else, because life is knocking you down, or life is giving you a good go. So when you're feeling stressed, or when you're overwhelmed, or when you haven't really, you haven't upskilled to a certain level, and you're finding yourself, working over time and not getting things done, then don't deflect all those emotions onto, the person you see next to you, or the person that you bump into on the street. Usually you would be saying, sorry, I didn't mean to bump into you. But because you're in that mode, you're in that energy, you're going to shift all that aggression and that feeling, that emotion over to them, pretty much at them. And you can do this in your personal life as well. So just be careful where you're going to do it in your personal life. Don't deflect, the upset you're feeling that life is taking a few swings at you, or you're having to upskill yourself at someone else, because it's not their fault. That's an important one. And your environment, don't deflect. I think this comes back to extreme ownership. Don't deflect. Oh, it's because of this. It's because of rain today that this. We've had rain lately, or because of this, weather thing, or because of this environment, or people in the city just don't do this, or they don't do that, or they don't buy this or buy that. Or this is just not a good time to sell this. That's really deflecting onto your environment, and it's not going to serve you at all. You need to actually seize the moment, carpe diem, seize the day, and find solutions. Because all that time you spend deflecting is actually just a waste of time. You either make a decision, yes, I'm going to continue doing this, or no, I'm not going to continue doing this. And then whatever you decide, put all your energy into that. But don't spend time deflecting to your environment and saying, woe is me. Anyway, guys, hope you enjoyed that one. Share it around if anyone else, who maybe deflects a bit or could deflect a little bit. Everyone can deflect a little bit. I can deflect a little bit less, so we can all learn to deflect a little bit less. And as always, guys, remember, decide your destiny. Cheers.